I'ma keep this feeling close to me, but I think I lost my mind. 11 months of the same routine, keeping up this facade of mine. I'm gonna buy you some roses, baby. Pretty soon I'll be talking my image, so I can keep running in my mind.
We have an absolute. It's the Arizona Diamondbacks taking on the San Francisco Giants. Okay, all set to go. Now, Corbin Carroll.
Here's a fun fact on Corbin, and I don't know if everyone remembers their first jersey, but Carroll certainly does. He used to rock an Ichiro Suzuki growing up.
Swing and a miss, struck him out, and now one away. Nicky Lopez up to the plate. One out, bases empty. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
And now 2-2. Lined, and that's a base hit. And that extends the inning. And Eugenio Suarez up to hit now.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Stays alive. 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He battled for a long time. We go to the bottom of the first, and now Jung-Hoo Lee. Off the mark there. Now 2 balls and a strike. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Willy Adames stands in. That one way inside. Got him swinging. 1 away.
That's that classic wipeout slider below the zone right there. Just nasty. Looks like a fastball thigh high that you got to protect the zone, and then it's just that late break that fools you and kind of makes you look silly.
One of the things amazing with Zach, think about the players he's been traded with and for. In December of 17, he and Sandy Alcantara were dealt to Miami from the Cardinals for Marcell Ozuna. Then ultimately in July of 19, he went to Arizona for Jazz Chisholm. Now we take a peek at the Giants lineup. And a big factor for them in recent games, Jung-Hoo Lee.
That batting average jumps out at you, and I mean you, Boog, because I know how much you love batting average. And that's because it's the best one in the entire National League. He's been consistent.
Over to first, and that will end the inning. One left. And we're back. And now the first baseman, Josh Naylor. And that one is downstairs, and it's 2-1. Yeah, a big swing and a miss.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
Encarnacion flashes the leather on the running catch. Next to hit for Arizona, Pavin Smith. That one lifted to left. Eldridge on the move. Puts it away for the out. And there's two away. Adrian Del Castillo stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
1 ball.
2 outs, base is empty. Hit hard on the ground to short. Tosses to first, and that is that. Diamondbacks down quickly. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And digging in for San Francisco, Matt Chapman. That one misses. And a count 2-1. Back up the middle and a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center. Here comes Mike Yastrzemski to the plate. That one ripped. And it's off the wall. Headed for the plate. Cut off, throw to third. Tries to get back and save.
Put a very nice swing on that pitch right there. Got one to drive and just kept it fair down that right field line and into the corner. And it's almost impossible to track those down as an outfielder.
Nathaniel Lowe up to hit. Up the middle. Dives, but it's off his glove. One runs in.
Well, that's a frustrating way to fall behind in this one as the infield single drives in the run. And sometimes all you have to do is put the ball in play and you give your teammate a chance to hurry home.
And now Drake Baldwin. Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. The run scores from third, and it's an RBI single. It's 2-0.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
And now Brandon Lowe. Up and in. Now 2 balls and a strike.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Misses the zone and he gets him to chase.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
Double play ball to second. Over to Lopez 1. Back to first, and that is a double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Now it's the DH, Jung-Hoo Lee. And he hits a ground ball right side. Toss to Naylor. Inning over, and it could have been worse. But 2 runs up ahead. Welcome back. And coming off a series where the pitching was outstanding, we take a look at those numbers. Gurriel launched a homer in his most recent game. And down on strikes he goes, making 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. Alec Thomas now rips that one to right. Yastrzemski makes the grab. 2 down. So the batting order turns over. Corbin Carroll stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Nothing doing for Arizona. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well. Here's the pitch to Adames. On the ground. A sliding stop. The throw. And very nicely done for the out.
Well, Boog, as an infielder, you have to be ready for anything. In that spot, it required going to the ground, getting a little dirty, and making a strong throw for the out. Great play.
Tap dances out of the way of that one. That one fouled off. Close, but called a ball. And now it's 3-2. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And 2 away now. 2 down, bases empty. Here's a cleanup hitter for the Giants, Gerard Encarnacion. The 1-1 is fouled off. And down on strikes. That K is his third of the game. Swings through that. And there's a ball.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, too. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
Up the middle, Adames in plenty of time to first, and 1 gone in the 4th as they get the leadoff man. Ketel Marte up to the plate. And now 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Cut on and lifted in the air. That one gets down for a hit. And they have their first base runner since the first inning.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments can be costly.
Eugenio Suarez up to the plate now. That one just misses the outside corner. Ball 3. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. And now it's Josh Naylor in the dirt. On the ground to the left. Chapman over to first in time. And he has thrown 4. Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings. A little out front there as he swings through it.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. And the righty deals.
Ball 2.
That one missed.
2 strikes.
High fly ball out to center field. Thomas puts it away, and there's 1 down. Mike Yastrzemski up here. Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. That one almost got him.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
The other way. Reaching for it and brings it in. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's Nathaniel Lowe. Swing and a miss, chased it out of the zone.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
Hard hit to third. And that ends the inning. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Swings through that one for strike 2. Got it. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Oh, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
Encarnacion snags it, and that quickly 2 away. And it's Lourdes Gurriel Jr.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
Pitch misses. 2-2. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. And the Diamondbacks back here at Oracle Park. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Now it's the Giants catcher, Drake Baldwin. And a seed into center. That's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Everything came together for him. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
And here is Brandon Lowe. Ouch. Back to the top of the lineup. Jung-Hoo Lee, the next Giant to hit. That's inside, and it's 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Gallen checks on the runner, and he's back in safely. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Pulls it in on the run. And there's one away.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Gets under it and pops it up. And the infield fly rule called. Now the left fielder, Bryce Eldridge. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Baldwin around third. He'll score. Throw cut off to second, but he's in there easily. So he gets 2 milestones with that hit, his first big league knock, and he drives in his first run as well.
Yeah, you love to get both of those out of the way with just one swing of the bat, and it makes the special moment even more special. It's not just an individual accomplishment. Yeah.
Now the Diamondbacks manager. So 2 down, and now the center fielder, Herrera Encarnacion. Swing and a miss at a slider.
Well, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
That one the other way and makes the play, and that's out number 3. Giants get a run on the RBI double. Back here in San Francisco, all set for the start of the inning. Here's the center fielder, Alek Thomas, to the right side. Low steps on the bag, and that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th. So back to the top of the Arizona lineup. This is Corbin Carroll.
So critical to keep an eye on the pitch count this time of the year. Guys can start to run on fumes a little bit. Mechanics can drop off. And we know they need him to be fresh and ready for big innings in October.
Base is empty, 1 away. And we're in the top half of the 6th. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Whip number 9 for him in this game. 9. Nicky Lopez will hit next. Way inside, gets out of the way. On the ground, out to short. And he beats it. That's a hit. Great try there. An outstanding hitter in Ketel Marte. And a swing and a miss there. Lopez, the runner at first with 2 gone. Got him swinging. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton in the booth, and leading off the bottom of the 6th, Matt Chapman. And that one is lifted in the air. Carroll hustling after it. Nice grab on the run. And there's one away. Mike Yastrzemski now at the plate. Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Kendall Graveman appears to be getting loose. Puck, the power lefty, up as well. A swing and a soft liner. And a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single. And here's the first baseman, Nathaniel Lowe. Foul ball there. Man at first, one away. Chopped left side. Suarez. There's one. Throw to first, but he beat it. Drake Baldwin, the next Giant to hit. Swing and a miss.
Well, don't expect too many more high fastballs. This is a good sinker ball pitcher, and sometimes they can make mistakes trying to pitch up in the zone. Look for him to stay down around the knees to be effective.
Cut on and miss. Struck him out. That is the inning. Welcome back to the ballpark as we check out the current playoff picture. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2. Just missed. And it remains 2-2. Ground ball up the middle. Finds its way through, base hit. And a good start to the inning. Here's Josh Naylor. Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Landon Root is done. Great effort out of him as he exits in line for the win. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we get back. Fights that one away, still 1-2.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Suarez on at first, nobody out. And that just misses. And a swing and a miss. And one gone.
Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right there. Not much to it. And I'm sure he'd love another swing at it because it was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself as a hitter and say, how did I miss that? But, you know, it happens.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still laid on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
The Giants leading by 3 here in the top half of inning number 7. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. And we're back, set for the last half of the 7th. Here's the second baseman, Brandon Lowe.
Number 33.
Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field, and that'll get down for a hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Jung-Hoo Lee, the next Giant to hit. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. That's a base hit. And it's now first and second to start the inning.
Back-to-back singles. Good extension on that swing. Took the pitch on the outside part of the plate and drove it up the middle. He let it travel just enough.
And here is Willy Adames. Ground ball left side, could be 2. Tosses to first, and 1 away in the bottom of the 7th.
That right there was a productive at bat. You know you're doing something right anytime you help move 2 runners into scoring position and give your team a chance to drive in a couple of runs.
Look out! And it hit him.
Take your base.
Herrera Encarnacion getting ready to hit. Not close with that one, and a count 2-1.
Boog, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
Ground ball right side, could be 2. Quick feed to second for 1, and that's 2. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule. That clips the zone. It's 2-2.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful, not working with too big a lead. They can get right back in this ballgame if you're not careful.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. Next up for the Diamondbacks, Alek Thomas. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. That one not close. And that's ball 2.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the 9th with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
And they'll do it again. Just missed.
Okay.
Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Up the middle, Loud. Throws to first in time. So it was a long battle at the plate, but they still managed to get the out. Corbin Carroll, the next to hit. There's the strike at the knees. Swing and a miss. Struck him out, and he's gone for the 4th time. Kendall Graveman taking over on the mound.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is. All these Giants digging into their numbers have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They've been lining the ball all over the ballpark, and unfortunately, sometimes it's right into a glove. But still, they've hit 9 line drives so far, and that's something they should feel very good about.
Lopez tosses to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Speaking of those line drives, you can't get too discouraged when they don't drop in for you. It's important to remember that you pretty much did everything right, and that's just baseball sometimes.
That one way inside. Line drive, and it goes just foul. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Thomas gets under it. Hauls it in for the out. And there are 2 down.
Now batting.
2 down, base is empty. And now the first baseman, Nathaniel Lowe. The 1-1. And that is out of play. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And it's a 3-up, 3-down. So the closer summoned from the bullpen, Camilo Doval.
Well, no one envies these hitters trying to come from behind right now because it probably ain't happening. Not when you have to face a guy with over 60 saves on the season. He knows how to get it done.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. Here's Ketel Marte. Now he breaks his back. Sends it across to first. They get the out on Marte. So they're down to their final out. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Eugenio Suarez. Doval is just one strike away. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game. The shutout in this one, 3-0 our final score for Chris Singleton.
Listen, I'm back on the road again, been popping them. This might be my demise. Too many ops out here that's posing as friends. These gon' wear disguise. Why you betray my trust? I thought it was love, but the doesn't come by surprise. Nothing is real as the same when you chase your dream, dog. You just gotta open your eyes. This world is up, filled with all type of blood suckers. Put the on my blood, brother. Ain't no worse feeling when you tryna run up a million, but they don't got no love for you. Where the love go? When I showed them the utmost, man, that shit is so cutthroat. That was one mistake. Boy, I won't make that again. Never let up close. So, his mama too, this dedication, boy, I want the drama too. And I ain't it all, but I grill it and step over you like Tyronn Lue. Quick pause, but this music industry be like a 12, but I could cop a few new cribs only with the highest view. I'm back on the road again, been popping them. This might be my demise. Too many ops out here that's posing as friends. These gon' wear disguise. Why you betray my trust? I thought it was love, but it doesn't come by surprise. Nothing is real as the same when you chase your dream, dog. You just gotta open your eyes.
I already told y'all, then I showed y'all. Then I drove off, got me by the doors off. I ran out of Papa. If he nosy, I'ma knock his nose off. If he holy, I'ma send his soul off. Trespassing, I'ma cut his toes off. Much faster than a come on stop. If he ratting, I'ma cut his tail off. One mic, 0 flaws, spitting 24 karat gold bars.